You're listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more. What up, everybody? It's your host, your boy, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders Undercover Capes. Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders Podcast. And yet, we have another awesome independent creator. Unfortunately, homie's partner couldn't be on today. But today we're going to answer the question. What if Bigfoot knew karate? Is it on that Bruce Lee level? Would he leave a big-ass chest imprint on you with that Bigfoot? We don't know. There's only one person that can answer that question right now. It's the incomparable, the amazing, the one and only Dan Price. What up, kiddo? How you doing?
What's up, Al? How you doing today, bud?
All right, brother. Thanks for coming on, sharing some time. I'm sorry Casey couldn't be on, but that don't matter, bro, because I already see your energy. You're all about this.
You want to talk about energy? I just ran down, since we last talked 15 seconds ago, ran downstairs, unlocked the front door, ran back up so my wife could get in and without knocking on the door while we're in the middle of all this. So energy,
what a good husband. What a good husband. He's going to let his wife in the house while he
I know, right?
What a great guy.
It's maybe not medal award-winning performance, but, I do like her. I got to keep her. So there we go.
I love it. Dan, how are you today? Thanks for taking some time today to talk about the greatness of Bigfoot Knows Karate. What's popping?
Oh, man, I am having a good day. I am excited about this book. That's for sure. I've got October 13th. We hit Kickstarter and bringing something different to the table. That's definitely for sure. Yeah, I'm just stoked. I'm happy to be here. Like my friend Greg Callip always said, I'm just plumb happy to be here.
Plumb happy. Right, let's talk about some plums right now. Some
gems
in the life of Mr. Dan Price. So let's talk about a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and then how you even got attracted to this fandom.
Sure. I live in Austin, Texas. I'm married. I got 2 kids, mortgage, 2 car notes, the usual thing. I got into doing comics in 2007. I did my very first comic. It was called Latex Avenger. He had a sidekick named Spermicidal Foam Lad.
What the hell?
Yeah. And then together they repel crime 99.9% of the time. So that was my first book I did. I did about 7 issues of that. And then got picked up by a company called Hound Comics to do more of a PG-13 scaled back version of that book. It was called Masters of the Obvious. You had characters like Dr. Biclops. He's got 2 eyes. The Visible Woman. You can't miss her. Shit like that. LeBron the Snapping Turtle. Don't make him snap. You wouldn't like him when he snaps. And they flew around in a toaster, through space called the USS Screensaver. They fought like the Puggalos and the My Little Jabronis and all sorts of bullshit. So did that. Then we got Bon and I, the guy I worked on that book with, we got recruited to do a thing for the Stan Lee Foundation called Excelsior, the uphill adventures of a boy named Stan Lee. And that project, kind of supposed Stan Lee as a little kid having to deal with the neighborhood bully and all that shit. And it was fun. It was great. I mean, I never worked on a Youth 7 project before. First time, last time, it was fun. I enjoyed it, but on to other things. I'd rather do something with a guy wearing a rubber on his head or, a Bigfoot stopping a mud hole up your ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you need some adult shit going on. Not none of this kiddie flavor. I get you.
Yeah,
this is not a G family show, folks.
Well, here's the thing. I like to, I'm a writer. I'm co-writing this one with Casey Allen, but I'm a writer, and so as a writer, you want to stretch yourself. I've written plays. I've written short stories. I've written
plays.
Yeah.
Really?
So I've written a play.
How long you been writing for, kid? What's going on here?
Oh man, I've been writing since, I got a degree in English with creative writing influence and a graphic design and my minor in studio art and graphic design. So I work by day, I work as a graphic designer, creative director, but I've been writing for, years. I did it, but the play was written entirely in movie quotes. So you had like shit like the Godfather and Zoolander mixed with like Gandhi, all to make one story. It was crazy. I'll send you the YouTube link if you want to check it out. It's fun.
Please. I'll add
it was like a 20-minute show. 20-minute show, just laugh your ass off funny. But Bigfoot, man, I mean, that's what we're here to talk about. And that's absurd to the absurd. And I love absurd, you know, I mean,
why you love Bigfoot so much, bro?
I don't.
I want to know though, is it the size of his foot? Is it true what they say? I don't
know. You know what? It's not the size of his foot. It's the size of his heart, Al.
Hey.
The size of his heart, you know, and I think that's what makes our Bigfoot a lot different than other Bigfoots you might see. Yeah, he does karate, but he's a very compassionate soul who's lonely and isolated and but has more freaking firepower in his fists and feet than anybody out known to man, you know? And, you know, I want you to think of it like Godzilla versus Kong meets Kill Bill. That's the best way I can tell you. Because not only do you have a Bigfoot, you've also got a Cthulhu. And that's what we're dealing with here. It's Bigfoot Knows Karate versus Kung Fu Thulu, the match of the ages that you never knew you needed to see. That's what we're bringing here to the table.
Oh, man. So are you trying to decide which is the stronger of the two? Is it Kung Fu or Karate?
You know, I think it's more of cryptid versus cryptid. You know, I think that, you know, I think that you know, the idea of being able to take a Bigfoot and put it next to a Cthulhu and say, you know, fight, you know, and make that happen.
There's the video game everybody wants but never knew.
That never knew, you know, and that's the thing about this book, man. It's you think you know what it is. Bigfoot Knows Karate. We spell it out there pretty plainly, but it's an action adventure. It's psychological thriller. It is, you know, this world and that. It is if you like a Tarantino film, you're gonna, you know, and just the brutal violence of that, it's there. If you want something that has deep philosophy, it's there. Now, I wouldn't say this is for the whole family. Like, I would definitely not let my, you know, 6-year-old kid that I don't have, you know, read the book. But my 17-year-old kid, he's been standing over my shoulder the whole time going, more blood here, you know? So, you know.
Nice.
Yeah.
So talk about Bigfoot, the early origins of why Bigfoot.
Okay. Well, you heard some of the other characters that I've done. Latex Avenger, Kosher the Pig, Manibus, the Kaiju Pot Monster.
Wait. I'm a wee head myself. The Kaiju Pot Monster.
Manibus.
What is this? The Manibus.
Manibus, the Kaiju Pot Monster. Yeah,
shit, bro.
That's real, dude. That's real.
Yeah, you fuck. Don't make me start seeing this stuff on the next time I smoke, bro. Don't do.
Yeah, right. You'll be lucky if you do. So
I'm gonna call you. Damn, you motherfucker!
Motherfucker, what have you done to me? You know. So I love crazy characters, man.
I love it.
And Bigfoot was supposed to be originally going to be a comic book, or going to be a comedy. It was going to be, you know, this lone, sad Bigfoot living in the Pacific Northwest, isolated, you know, can't take it anymore. And I've never actually explained all of this on a podcast, so I'm going to go deep with you here for a minute.
Go deep.
Yeah, he just jumps off. Yeah, he just jumps off the cliff and just ends it all, only to wake up in a temple with this master who trains him up. And he has to become, and he goes and he trains them up amongst the other class of kids. And there's one other kid in the class who is against him, and they battle, and, you know, Bigfoot takes him out. So that guy kills the master and blows up the temple. And so Bigfoot goes through this, you know, this Kane from Kung Fu, like, you know, thing where he has to wander the world looking for that guy. Right. And he ends up in like Plano, Texas, working at a corn dog on a stick, doing junior college. Really fucking, you know, just hard right, dude. Just went nuts off the rails. That was years ago. I mean, that was like 2013, 15, somewhere around there that I was playing with that idea. I didn't do anything with it. In 2018, 2017, I started sketching the look that you see for the Bigfoot Knows Karate that you see now. And when that artwork started happening, the story changed. No longer was it a comedy. It was, I could feel the pathos with the character. I could feel his loneliness. There was something about him, you know. I mean, if you were the only Bigfoot in the world and you had no connection to anyone, how would that work with your psyche? And that's a real big question that we tackle in this story here, and Bigfoot Knows Karate. And so if you can't see a Bigfoot, you know, one of the things I learned doing research on this because I watched a bunch of documentaries. Nobody's ever seen a Bigfoot. That's like the one thing that I figured out from all this. Nobody's ever seen a Bigfoot. So if nobody's ever seen a Bigfoot in this world, you cannot see a Bigfoot in my world. Okay. Something has to happen in order for that Bigfoot to want you to notice him. You know what I mean? And so in the case of this, there's a couple of hunters that come across a rabbit I don't know if you saw the preview pages that we did, but that are up on the website. But they're hunting a rabbit and they accidentally shoot Bigfoot instead as he's petting the rabbit. And so he kind of phases in and fucks him up. I mean, that's just the best way to put it. And it's just 7 panels fast of do, and they're down for the count. And you got a Bigfoot, in position, So if you go to the website, bigfootknowskarate.com, you can see on the preview pages, that's all right there for you to take a look at.
I love it, man. And how did you even hook up with Casey to work on this project?
So Casey is my writer in shining armor. We met over the comiccjam.com. The Comic Jam is something that Casey runs. It is a workshop for writers and artists. They do the writers vote on a theme each week. They get 1 week to write that 1-page comic based on that theme. 1 page, no more than 6 panels. Those scripts are then divvied out to artists randomly, and then the artists have 1 month to complete the page. That's the deal. I found them on Instagram. I don't know who found who, and whatever, it doesn't matter. I found them, said, "Hey, can I come play with you guys?" And they said, "Sure." And this was, I had taken a break from comics for a while. I was raising my family and doing that sort of thing. And I said to them, "Can we, can I play?" And they said, "Sure." Sent me a script, started drawing, and we, Casey and I started a conversation from there. That was like 3 years ago. And for 3 years, he's been busting my haggis saying to me, "Hey man, when are you going to get off your ass and do something with that Bigfoot character?" Well, then the pandemic happened. Okay. And so Casey's still saying to me, "What are you going to do with that character?" And I finally said, "Hey, I've got an idea. I got a script, or I got at least a framework." And so I sent Casey what I had. It was, which is now like a 52-page manifesto for the first issue alone. And we bounced it back and forth. I have a framework for what the 5 issues are going to be and what issue 1 was going to be. But Casey really, put some guidance into it. I'm used to doing those one-shot comics, those comedy comics, quick, funny, haha, and we're done. And Casey, helped me kind of really look at this cinematically and, put the framework together and put the beats down. And then we're working the dialogue together. So it's a very collaborative project, very collaborative. And just a shout out to Casey's other project. He has a book called Voodoo Child that he does with a guy named Pete Woods. That is awesome. It's a voodoo zombie situation going on in Vietnam War. It's actually pretty horrific and incredible. So if you're looking for something to looking for something like that, check out Voodoo Child. But Casey's been incredible on this project. He's really helped steer it and keeping my crazy ass straight, keeping all the hair in my head so I'm not just losing it over the course of the while this Kickstarter is going on. That's for sure. So
how's the crowdfunding journey been for you? Have you done it before? And if so, how successful have you been in it? No?
Oh, no. This is my first time. This is my very first time. I've worked on other people's projects that are doing a crowdfunding, but this is my very first time to do a creator-owned book on a Kickstarter. And so far, so good. I mean, who knows? We launched October 13th. But may I say that the Instagram community has been incredible. I can't tell you how thankful I am to everyone who's liked, shared, commented, or the 50 plus people who have done fan art for Bigfoot Knows Karate. I mean, we haven't had a book out yet, and there's already over 50 pieces of fan art floating around for Bigfoot. And I've got a guy mailed me this recently,
hold up. Hold on. Let's make that a little bigger right there. Look at that.
Yeah.
Fire.
They mail me stuff, Al. I mean, I've got artwork. You got to see this. I mean, this was a piece of fan art.
What?
This one, yeah. Can you, not that one? Yeah, both of them, but can you see that? That was a piece of fan art.
Oh my God, that is so sick, dude.
So sick. His name is Adam Caswell. I liked it so
Sick.
much, I bought it from him, and I'm using it for a variant cover on our deluxe edition.
Oh,
so,
fire, yo. So you give back to the community. That shit is fire enough, huh?
Dude, look, we've been fortunate enough to get this much artwork, right? We've been so fortunate enough. So what I'm doing as the deluxe edition came out of listening to the audience. Because we received so much fan art, I came up with the idea of doing a regular edition, 30 pages, and then a deluxe edition, 44 pages. And it's going to be the 30-page story plus a 10 pages of fan art, plus a couple of extra pages of extra sketches done by me, and kind of showing the future where we're going. And something really special, we're doing a director's commentary roundtable video that is exclusive to the deluxe edition. You scan the QR code, and it takes you right to a video with myself, Casey, and a couple of other wonderful individuals who are going to sit there, and we're going to dissect the book from page to page, the origins, where we're going, what's going on in the book, and where we're going. Because, like I said, there's a fat little twist at the end of this comic. And so we've been really hush-hush on the plot. So this is our opportunity for us to go and just kind of get to say all the shit we haven't been able to say since January, February, you know?
Man, I even thought of a funny extra tier for you. Imagine a signed Bigfoot sock.
It's like the Shaq size sock.
Yeah. Signed by you guys, but it's the Bigfoot sock.
That's hilarious.
I think that would be a very funny tier that people would appreciate. Very unique. Especially if you use his colors.
That's right. We've got some cool tiers. I mean, we're really trying to keep it simple to the book, but the deluxe edition with that director's commentary, I've never seen anybody do that before, That's awesome. Yeah, so that's cool. And then we got Josh Flower did an amazing piece of fan art for Bigfoot. And people loved it so much on Instagram. They were like, you need shirts of that. So we worked out a deal. We're going to do shirts of that. So that
is this where you found everybody? Is this where your tribe has found you? Just through Instagram?
Instagram.
Really? And what was this? Listen, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people interested, especially comic creators. Like, how the hell did you create such a big audience on Instagram already? So what's your technique? What's your secret? What's the sauce, brother?
Have a hook. I mean, seriously, look at the name on the bottom of the screen. Bigfoot Knows Karate. I'm not trying to be egotistical when I say this, but like that grabs people's attention.
It does. It made me, like I said, I already have the imagination. Like I said, this motherfucker kicking your chest, you have probably the biggest foot imprint in your life ever.
Right.
On your upper torso, not your chest.
Man, I love a good hook, dude. I mean, look, I work like I said, I work as a creative director. I work in advertising and marketing, man. So I'm like one of those people that Bill Hicks said, go out in the street and kill yourself, but if you know who Bill Hicks is, right. But Bill Hicks was right too, but that's okay. I need to make a living. So, it's for real. I love a hook, and everything in advertising is a hook. How do you grab somebody's attention? How do you pull somebody in? The title was not, while I came up with it as a funny title, that was not by accident all at the same time. The design of the character, I mean, it's a Bigfoot wearing a gi, I mean, there's something about that grabs people's attention. And, I think to just grab their attention, capture their what's the word I'm looking for? Their imagination. And, one person drew a piece of art, then another person drew a piece of art.
I just want to make sure here, though. You sure you did not see one when you were a child, right? You sure?
No, I'm positive. I grew up near NASA. They don't have a lot of big feet running around out by
by near NASA. Did you see the Elon Musk the other day, his ship in the space? When I was looking at up in the sky in front of my house, it was directly in front of my crib when all I had to do was look up. And all I kept thinking was of Johnny Storm from the Fantastic Four going supernova, because it was a mix of fire and a very bright white light.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's really cool.
So I was like, yo, is that Johnny Storm going supernova right now? Is that what it would look like?
That's badass, man. So I grew, I grew up near NASA, but so not a lot of big feet. I'm sorry, I don't
Big
lost
heads,
where I was going
maybe.
with this.
Big
What's
heads,
that?
maybe. Big heads, maybe, but not big feet, right?
Right. Well, so yeah, no, it's been this whole thing has been just a trip with people grabbing a hold of it, for sure. I didn't, look, realism is a big thing in comics, these days. That's a real big thing.
These days.
Yeah, and I'm trying to throw something to throw back to a different, not a different time so much, but like I want the artwork to look. I want it to grab your attention. I want it to be exciting and fun. It doesn't have to be a realistic. It's a comic book. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. I mean, my favorite stuff in comics doesn't look anything realistic at all, but good writing, good story, good artwork, you can make a solid project. I'm not the greatest artist in the world, but I'm hoping I can paste something really good together here for you guys that you'll really enjoy. The style's different. It's very loose. It's very kinetic. It's
fun. That's what it is. It's fun.
Thank you very much. It's I'm having a blast drawing it. It's been,
you could tell you have some great energy to it. Again, what you're talking about is what I miss in comics. Because comics may have always had some type of commentary. Nowadays, because of social media, that those messages get even exacerbated a lot more. But there are these gems in between, like Bigfoot Knows Karate, that understand that comic books are meant to be fun, telling a fun story to take you away from real life, even if it is for just 15 effing minutes.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, you remember, I mean, look, I was a kid in the 80s. 90s was when Image, I was in 92. I was 16 when Image popped in 92. And so I remember a time in comics where you could just, where Scarlet Witch could just go, whoa, and then just something would happen and everybody and that would be the end of it. Now it's all formulas and, science behind it and all of that, which is cool. It's just, I'm not a scientist. I can't write that stuff. I can write, hey, and that's it. I can write that, I can keep it simple.
You research enough. Please don't make it any harder.
Right, exactly. And so with Bigfoot, I mean, it's just, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do something more mature for a more mature audience that, that I love Tarantino movies. I like, right. I mean, I dig Bruce Lee movies. I dig Ip Man. I dig that kind of thing.
Oh my God. Ip Man is fire, bro.
Dude, it's fire. Exactly. We were out last night or a couple nights ago on the waiter. So I said, how is the shrimp, whatever he was? He goes, it's fire. I said, all right, dude. I picked up my phone. I went like this on my phone and I held it up to my daughter, and it was just fire emojis. And she went, because the same thing had happened to her.
Look at my dad trying to be cool. What's
shit! No. Well, it's funny because the same thing happened to her in Vegas recently. She was in Vegas, and because she's over 21, and she was in Vegas, and she goes, she asked somebody something, it's fire. And so we were just like, and I use the fire emoji all the time. And God, man, I have had to learn my lingo since getting on Instagram. And I found myself writing "it's dope" on something, and then I rewrite.
Oh man, bringing it to the 90s, I still use that. It's dope. What up, fam?
Dope.
What's up, mi gente? Somebody said that shit the other day to me, not too long ago actually. When I said, "Yo, thank you, fam," they're like, "What is this? The 90s?" I'm like, fuck off, fam. It's still fam. How the fuck is that word dated? Get the hell out of here, asshole.
No, I mean, I'm 45, dude. I just turned 45 not long ago,
I'm only a year older than you, kiddo. But look at you. Look at you with that just for men and me letting it be natural.
Now, look. It's getting there.
Hey.
It's getting there.
You're not dying your shit, right? There's not
I'm not
just
dying
for men commercial. All right.
Now, it's funny. It's a funny story, though. Several years ago, I'm at a comic convention, right? And I'm at Alamo City Comic Con, and I'm sitting with a bunch of other creators from the Texas area here, and we're all having drinks. I'm drinking my tequila, Don Julio, and we're all hanging out. And one of the guys and I are kind of in a side conversation. He goes, "So you're in your, your late 30s at this point?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "So, what are you using?" What do you mean? What are you using? I'm not using anything. What do you mean? And he goes, for your hair, you got no grays, and all that. And I said, no, man, I used this shampoo and that gel, and that's my day. And I said, and he goes, are you sure? And he's looking at me, and I said, why? What are you using? And he got beet red and pale white. And I'm like,
you blew him up, son.
And I was like, I said, we won't talk about this any further. How's that, sir? And he goes, okay, fine. And but he got busted. No, I'll listen. My granddad was bald when he was a kid. I figured for sure by the time I was 19, this would all be gone.
Yeah.
I'm in the gravy days still, and I'm gonna.
Yeah, bro, you and me both. Cause my dad, that shit gone. I wear a cap, but I got hair, bro. Come on now.
Yeah, man.
I mean, look at this mess. Look at this. I'm like Samson. If you cut this shit off, bro,
you cut that shit off, and all the power goes away.
Yeah, bro. The Puerto Rican Samson in this motherfucker.
Oh man. So but man, I don't know, dude. The book is killer. I'm having a blast doing this shit.
So when can we really expect the book, man? When's the project going live? What's popping, bro?
Okay, October.
People need to start investing.
Yeah, October 13th we go live. Okay, on
what?
On Kickstarter.
Nice.
Okay?
And why Kickstarter as opposed to Indiegogo? Because lately, I just want to pick your brain here. I had a lot of creators come lately. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna use Indiegogo more because it seems to allow us to a little bit more freedom as opposed to a Kickstarter where if we don't reach the goal, we're done. Indiegogo, even if we don't reach the goal, we could still proceed.
Sure.
So why Kickstarter over Indie for you?
I don't need training wheels. Let's go big, dude.
Epa, yo, shots fired, yo. Right. Shots fired, son. Dude, shots fired on that.
Well, I don't want it to be like that, but it's just like, I mean, look, I want to.
No, that's some real talk, though. It's like you either go hard or not at all.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Look, dude, I don't expect this thing to make 50 grand. Okay. I'm making a comic book. My wife and I, when I got back into doing this, she said, do it as long as you're having fun. Okay. Nice. That was the big deal. And because I've been through the fun times and I've been through the shit show of comics, man. The world of indie comics is paved. The road to indie comics hell is paved with good intentions. Okay.
But a lot of under that good intention, there's a lot of shit. Kind of is the concrete.
Exactly. And so look, I've been promised a lot of things that, when people have said, I'm going to get this for you. I'm going to get that for you. You want to get Masters of the Obvious to Cartoon Network. I'm your guy. Dan, I'm going to do this for you. I'll get you hooked up with this person over here. I've had a lot of that happen to me in the early years of doing comics. Okay. When I took a break, I was raising a family. I had I had a hard time with my creative partner. I watched him break down, and eventually he's not with us anymore, unfortunately.
Oh my God. Really?
I watched him fall into the world of drugs and bad. And I watched that happen. I had people steal script stuff from me. I've had all sorts of things happen. I needed a break. I was tired. I was done. I miss Bon every day. I miss you, buddy. Seriously. That's
I'm so right sorry, there. Kid, bro. I can't imagine losing a creative partner.
He was 11 years younger than me, like a little brother that I never knew I needed. And he was, I loved that kid from the day we met at a 24-hour comic day. You did a 24-hour comic day? How's that experience, bro? Oh, God. That's hell on earth.
Hellraiser, I picture Pinhead coming at you right now.
Yeah, hold on. Let me show you something.
I love it, bro. 24-hour comic day, bro. I can't do that.
This one right here. This is a Latex Avenger, almost 24-hour excellent adventure. Okay, I only have a few of these left.
Yo, that's a dope ass cover, bro.
This was done by a guy named Devin Lawson. The cover. We did the interior black and white because there was just no way, right?
Love it.
But that's why we called it almost 24-hour. But it was like myself and another guy. We wrote this together, a Latex Avenger story, and then it was 6 of us drew it, and so. We wrote the story to every time that they jumped dimensions, the artist would change with it. So it would explain why the art kept changing throughout the book. So, the characters are eating alphabet soup, get sucked into some sort of vortex, and they're off in the Democratic States of America and the Republican States of America, and some sex crazy anime world and all sorts of
I hope not a kaiju, bro. Sex crazy kaiju with the
no. I just got my words wrong, son. Then they end up, and Ziggy, Ziggy's in it for crying out loud. Yeah, you can see Ziggy's right there. It's bad news.
Oh, look at that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Look.
So anyway, a lot of fun, but we did that in 24 hours. But Bon and I met the year before at that, and we just hit it off, dude. He started working on Latex Avenger with me, and then we did Masters of the Obvious and all that shit. But after he was gone and I was needing some time to figure some things out, and once I kind of got through that, I started doing some work for like Drew Edwards' Halloween Man book. I did some interiors for him. I did some covers.
I had Drew Edwards on the podcast too, man. Awesome. Check that out.
I'm going to Drew's house tonight for his birthday. So
man, tell him happy birthday.
I will, man.
From Omega, for real. Bro.
I will.
We had him not too long ago, man. He's an awesome creator himself, man.
Oh, Drew's badass, dude.
Yeah, he is.
Drew's absolutely badass. So I did some work for Drew, and Drew's actually a very big reason for me doing this book as well. He's like, when are you going to get back in the game, dude? When are you going to get back in the game? And he and I are actually doing a crossover. We got Halloween Man meets Latex Avenger coming out in 2022.
But that fucking name, bro. Every time I hear it, just put the smile to my face. Fucking Latex Avenger. It just sounds so horrible. Avenger, I can't imagine, bro.
Dude. I mean,
it's just what does Latex Avenger do, bro? Look at his mother.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. So he's a buffoon, really. He's the two main characters, Latex Avenger and Spermicidal Foam Lad. They like the brains of the operation is the kid. The 12-year-old boy in a onesie shooting spermicidal foam guns. He's the brains of the operation.
Spermicidal foam. Oh my god, that's just so
homicidal, genocidal, spermicidal, dude. Don't mess with him. He's crazy.
He'll make you pregnant with a gun. That just sounds horrible, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro. Him impregnating women in skirts by accident.
Oh, no. They don't impregnate them. They keep, that's the whole thing. No,
but I'm saying, though, when you say spermicidal gun, all I'm saying my imagination is leading me to the worst. I'm sorry,
Gotcha. Yeah,
don't let Omega write a comic book because a spermicidal gun just make a whole bunch of Virgin Marys all over the world. Like, how the hell is this happening?
That's hilarious. So that's actually what... With the Virgin Mary, that's actually what happened in that cereal thing. They found the Virgin Mary in their alphabet cereal. In the alphabet cereal, it says Virgin Mary, but they read it wrong and it actually said Virgin Mary, and they get sucked into the O, and they're off to the races into the cereal. It's a mess. Wilford Brimley's in it. Shazizzle.
Wilford Brimley. Oh my god, bro! That man. All I remember is that motherfucker's mustache over time, bro. The most famous. Bro.
He's the same age. He was the same age in Cocoon as Paul Rudd was in Ant-Man.
Isn't that insane? Yes, I saw that. Yo, Paul Rudd is immortal. He has found a fountain. Paul, you better give him your goddamn secret now, because we're gonna come after you. Where's the motherfucking fountain?
He's drinking Dick Clark's blood. Didn't you know? I mean, seriously, that's the only thing I can understand. He's probably got vials of it in his freezer somewhere.
Hey, Paul, we need to know.
We need some Dick Clark blood, Paul. Can you hook us up?
Yeah,
we want to stay young forever. So.
Oh, man. That is crazy, yo. Those wild things. And not even him. Then they present another actor, which I happened to see on a train one day in New York. He was the guy that played Mixoplex on the original on Smallville.
Okay.
So I remember one day I'm on the train. Wifey's pregnant. I'm on 14th Street on the L train. I come in the cart with my wifey. I sit her down, help her. We're talking. I just look across. I look at my wife, and then I had to do this triple take. I was like, he looks at me, and all he does is just smile and just put his head down. I said, holy fucking shit. No, it's not. He's just there, like going over lines. I'm seeing.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I'm like, oh shit, this is so fucking cool. But I'm not gonna bother him. This is before I had Comic Crew,
Right.
If I had Comic Crew, then I would have bothered the shit out of him.
Sure.
Hey, yo, bro, let me record you right now.
Yeah. Hey, you want to do an interview? Come on.
Yeah. I love these. Like my boy said for Chris, start ugly, bro. I would have been with it with my phone. Yeah, what up, brother? Let's do it. So. Before we go, what's the biggest lesson you've learned in your journey thus far, bro, that you could share with up and coming creators, bro?
Get yourself some work ethic.
Ooh,
get yourself some damn work ethic. Everybody talks a good game. I don't care. I'm going to do a book. I don't care if it's a novel. I don't care if it's a comic book. How many relatives, you say, you should write a book, or I'm going to write a book, and nobody ever does it. You want to do it, do it. Okay. I mean, look, talent will get you so far, dude, but I'll outwork all of you. Okay, I will outwork all of you. I work a 55, 60-hour work week anyway. I do my book. I got my family. I will do what I need to do. Casey's the same way. He will work and do what he needs to do in order to make sure this book gets done. And that's really the big thing. I'm really trying to have this book completed before it hits Kickstarter. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I'm maybe 2 pages off by the time we go to launch. But I mean, it's a 30-page comic. I'm drawing 27 right now. You know what I mean? I'll be done within a week of the campaign launching. Wonderful. You know what I mean? And so that is really important to me that we get this, that this book comes out timely, fast. You know, you guys get it. There is no excuse for not doing what you say you're going to do. There's no excuse for not. So you're going to put something out in the universe and say, this is what I'm putting out there. I want you to pledge money to me. Damn it, you better do it, you know? And so that's where I come from. That's the headspace that I'm in. I'm grateful for everybody who supports us. I don't want to let anybody down. That, you know, so get some work ethic and be true to your word, because if your word ain't shit, you ain't shit.
Yeah, ain't that the truth, bro? Yeah, man. Don't be horse manure, folks. Don't stink like that, bro. Don't be a room full of booze and methane. You know, don't talk no shit. You know, get it done, which is the truth, which is why, you know, even I work on my hustle hard. I see you work on your hustle hard, and those words are just so true, coming just from an entrepreneurial perspective, bro. That's so right. Get on that hustle.
And that's the word. You just said the right word right there, Al. Entrepreneur. Look, dude, we all love comics, right? And we all, I want to write, you want to draw, whatever you want to do. Yeah, that's great. Like, do it. But nobody ever made a comic book to not show it to the world.
Yeah, it's a business.
You know what I mean?
Man.
It's a business. It's a business. And like, we want to work with our friends. And Casey's my buddy. I've known him for years now. We've never met face to face. He's in Alabama. I'm in Austin.
Really? Never
met.
One
but
day.
We Zoom, we talk on the phone 3 days a week, you know, but like, we've never met. But it's a business, man. And you're only as, you know, any business is only as good as their product and only as good as their word. And the more we look at it as a business, then, you know, we can't just expect people to buy the comic because it's a comic and they like comics. You know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be more to it than that. They have to actually want it. And, you know, they buy the first book off of hype. And, you know, really, the second book, we'll see what really happens there, if they really liked it or not and came back for more. That's the challenge, is selling book 2, not book 1. You know, hopefully we sell book 1.
It's like the music, right? You know, the first album, the Rookie outfit sells, you know, but you know what? The longevity is, can you sell your sophomore album?
Mm-hmm. You know, like, I'm not a big fan of the band, but it's a really good example. Pearl Jam, right? Okay. Pearl Jam, that first album, 10, like, that was an incredible album, right? For what it was back in the day, that was an incredible album. Yeah, but like, they had years to make that album. There was not a bad song on the album. Then the next one came out, and I was like, what the shit is this? Because they got to go turn that thing in 18. Yeah, they got to go return. They got to turn that second one in 18 months, not the 7 years they spent working on it. You know, now once you get in there big, now you got to come in with the next one, and you got to come in harder and faster and better.
So before we go, man, how far ahead are you on stories, though? I mean, you know, in art, you know, mentally, like, how far ahead are we?
This is a 5-issue arc. This is a 5-issue arc. I've got that arced out already. Books 2 through 5, those have already been, the basic plots have already been put together. We're already writing book 2. In fact, that's the conversation I was having right before I got on with you. Wonderful. Is we were talking about book 2. Hopefully the dream would be, after book 1 is, you know, done, Casey can make his way out to Austin for a weekend. We can spend a couple of days working.
The bromance begins.
Yeah, the bromance begins. Spend a couple of days working in the daytime, throw something on the grill, and then at night go hit the bars and that sort of thing. You know, go have some fun.
You got to do it like the English, because apparently the best ideas come at a pub.
I agree. And I don't know if they serve a lot of Don Julio tequila at the pub.
I can't fuck with you. You keep saying Don Julio tequila. You know what's gonna happen to Almega if he drinks that shit? You're gonna have to throw me in the trunk of your car You know, while you go eat, just let me sleep it off because I can't fuck with tequila, bro.
Any of
I,
them?
I could fuck with beer. I could fuck with vodka, but I
Okay.
cannot mess with tequila. That
You like
that that's Almega's kryptonite, son.
so? Are you on Instagram, Al?
Of course, as the real
Okay.
Almega, as Comic Crusaders, either or, brother.
Perfect. Okay, so listen, I would like to invite you to something on the 13th of October. We're doing a live launch party for the Kickstarter launch. Okay.
Ooh.
It's gonna start at 6:30 that night, 6:30 Central. Okay, you're on the East Coast, so 7:30 your time. And then we're gonna press the button live at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central. Okay. I will be drinking that evening. I hope you come and join me. We're gonna have Casey's going to be on the live. We're inviting a bunch of other friends to come on the live, other creators to come on the live with us. We're going to kind of recycle people in and out, stick for 5 or 10 minutes. Come hang out with us for a little bit, Al. I'd love to have you out there. You can have a vodka, I'll have a tequila, or maybe I'll do a Moscow Mule vodka thing with you, you know?
Or give me a shot of Henny because I like cognac for sure.
Oh, you're a Hennessy guy. Okay.
No, not just Hennessy. I like Cavassier over Hennessy.
Okay, sure. Cavassier too. Have you had that Hennessy White? How is that?
Oh my God. I did get to have a sample of that when I went to the liquor store. That's a rep there. Oh my, dude, water smooth and tasty. You know what? That's really dangerous. That's what I'll tell you on that one. It's too good that it's dangerous. Like, you know what? This would put me on the floor like right quick if I ain't careful.
Yeah, no, my buddy Stan was drinking it. We were out in Mexico and he was drinking it, and he was like, "You got to try this." I said, "I'm not a Cavassier guy, dude." He's like, "I'm not a Hennessy guy."
Cognac,
Let's drink cognac, and I said, "Just drink it." I said, "All right, let's go." I was like, "Oh shit, that's good."
Yeah,
oh
man.
shit, that's good. I was not expecting it to be.
I like that, and then I even like the Dominican drink añejo, which is Dominican rum.
I've never had that.
Oh, bro, añejo. And you got to get the one called extra viejo, which means
aged. Okay,
bro. Yo, let me tell you that my father-in-law, he used to outdrink the shit out of me. Father-in-law showing up to son-in-law type shit. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, let me show my daughter that this motherfucker's a total, pussy. He can't drink. Right? So he used to fuck me up for years. I used to be like, I can't no more. Until the day came, my brother, and it happened with this specific drink. Like, this is his drink, but I don't know. My stamina that day was on in its A game.
You ever had those days of superpowered drinking?
Yes. That's the day. And bro, I'm drinking shots, and all of a sudden, I realized an hour later, where's my father-in-law? I'm looking. I asked my wife, what happened? Where is he? Oh, go check the room. His girl said it at the time. I go check the room. Homie is in the bed. He looks at me. Okay, I admit you beat me. Fuck off.
That's awesome.
I'm like, awesome. Yes. And ever since then, we've gotten along so well, which is wonderful.
Yeah, my father-in-law and I do our best when there's some sort of potable around us. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think that's when we're at we do our best work together when there's something to imbibe. So I
love it.
I get it. I get it completely.
Isn't it fun? Yeah, family, bro. Don't you love them?
You gotta love them, man.
You've been fun, bro. You're awesome, bro. I love your energy. Too, I love what you're doing with the karate. I mean, what else can we expect from you? Is there anything outside of Bigfoot we're gonna get from you soon?
So 2022, you'll get the Halloween Man meets Latex Avenger crossover between myself and Drew Edwards. We're going to be doing that. The artwork's being done by Paulo Hernandez. So Paulo's a great guy. I've known Drew and Paulo both for years. They're both here in Austin. A great comic community here in town. And so we're going to be doing that. And so I'm looking forward to that because Drew's plot, we co-scripted it together. He sent me the script. And so all I did was just erase all the word bubbles for Latex Avenger and Spermicidal Foam Lad. And I wrote in so he scripted his guys. I scripted my guys. And that's what we,
nice.
Yeah. And that's because, you know your characters. You know what I mean? You know your characters.
I'm seeing some Larry David type banter going on in this bad boy.
Oh God! Well, really, it's more Latex Avengers just hitting on Halloween Man's girlfriend throughout the entire thing, and her smacking him around a lot because she ain't taking his shit, and I don't blame her. I mean, the guy's just a predatory suit waiting to happen. You know what I mean?
Latex Avenger says it all. Jesus Christ! He's like, you know what? I want you, but I'll be safe.
Yeah. So we got that book coming out. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then, I'm hoping that Bigfoot Knows Karate 2 will be out in 2022. That is obviously the big goal to get to keep pumping out Bigfoot Knows Karate comics. I want this 5-issue arc. First issue is called Bigfoot Knows Karate Hunter Prey. And that's really the kind of the crux of the story, that anyone can be a hunter, anyone can be a prey at any given time. And you got Cthulhu, you got Bigfoot, you got karate, you got all sorts of crazy shit happening. So that's the big stuff that's happening for me right now. I'll probably play with the Comic Jam a little bit over the next couple of months after the book's done. So if you've never heard of that, check out thecomiccjam.com. That's Casey's baby over there, the workshop that we do. So that's going to be a lot of fun. That's me in a nutshell, though, Al.
Wonderful, brother. Listen, you've been an amazing guest. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you for talking about the greatness of Bigfoot. Your passion is like just protruding through the screen. I get it. I'm feeling it too, but I'm an energetic brother, and I love this energy that we're here that we're having here, bro. You're awesome, bro. I'm digging it. Yeah, I can't wait to hopefully meet you in person one day. If you ever come to Florida and do a convention, just let me know, brother.
Oh, are you you're in Florida now, not up in New York then?
No, I'm in Orlando.
Oh, you're in Orlando. Okay. I will be there because I will be listen, here's my goal in 2022. I want to get out to the conventions. Nice. I don't want to stay in Texas. I want to get out. So
man, show the world. Let Bigfoot travel.
Well, I got in 2013, I got right as I was leaving comics, I got accepted into New York Comic Con. I did the application, I got accepted, and I had to, for just enough reasons, I had to say, nah, I'm going to pass. I handed my badge to somebody else. So that's my goal, man. 2022, I want to get back to New York City. I want to get back to New York Comic Con and do what I should have done. What would have been 8 years later. You know what I mean? So get Bigfoot out to the universe, but I'd like to hit up Emerald City up in Washington. I'd like to get to C2E2 in Chicago. I know they got some good stuff down there in Florida. And plus, a wintertime convention in Florida does not sound like the worst idea ever. You know what I mean?
No, it doesn't, man. Definitely. You can still wear your sandals and your tank top. Where you could wear your Texas suit of armor if you want, and you'll be fine, bro.
I'm good. My flip-flops will do me just fine.
There we go, brother. Yeah, you kick ass, brother. If you come down here for real, I would definitely love to hook up with you, Casey, whomever. We have a couple of brews, talk some good comics, even record our shenanigans, and maybe we'll actually see Bigfoot in Florida, because this is Florida. God knows what the hell you see sometimes.
Florida man Bigfoot. I can't wait, dude. Sounds great.
Yeah, I could see him, though, right? He has big chanclas and all. I can have a good time with that one.
That's awesome.
Puerto Rican Bigfoot wears chanclas.
I love it, dude. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, everybody, make sure please check it out. BigfootKnowsKarate.com. Follow the big homie Dan on Twitter right here and IG. All right. Follow, unfortunately, his homie that couldn't be here today, but follow Casey on Twitter and IG right there. And please be aware that Kickstarter dropping soon. You can actually visit this link now and get notified when it goes live, and it's going to be the link when it goes live anyway, so then you're going to have it, no excuse not to pitch in. This is what comics is about, all right? It's about fun and entertainment and humor, so it's wonderful, brother. I really appreciate what you do. So your flowers now. Thank you for being creative. Thank you for sharing your journey. Thanks for putting yourself out there and not being scared, you know what I mean, like a lot of people. Thank you for being awesome, bro.
Oh, man, thank you for having me, Al. I appreciate it.
No, that's all right, brother, man. This is what we're here for. Comic Crusaders is here for the independent comic book community always. And with that, I'll just tell you what to do, folks. I'm Al Mega with the amazing Dan Price, not related to Vincent. Hasta la próxima. Later. Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.com and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.